Hey guys, this is Ronnie.
Kyle.
We're here for Project Speed. Today we're going to talk about the sharp cut. Earlier we talked about the speed, and today we're going to look at what's the difference and why it's valuable. Kyle?
Alright, so just go over what the speed cut is. It's a very small cut, meaning that I'm able to maintain my speed because it is such a small cut. Now going over the sharp cut, it's a larger angle, so it does not mean that I'm going to be able to maintain my speed. And since it's such a sharp cut and sharp angle, that means I really have to be able to lower my center of mass to be able to generate enough force to go in that direction. Something I want you guys to notice is my foot, how it plants on the outside of my body. I like to use the jumping analogy. So if I was to jump straight up in the air, my feet are going to be placed right underneath me. Same kind of concept, but with cutting, if I wanted to propel my body and go into another direction, my foot has to plant on the outside of my body. So as I absorb the contact, I can push down and away. So then as I generate force through the ground, I'm able to go in that direction.
What we have here are two of the best high school wide receivers, and we're going to look at the way they apply the sharp cut skill. So the first one, he does a very good job of planning. He even has some sway, which we're not necessarily a fan of, but what it does, the sway is a skill to kind of fake out his defender, trying to get him going in the wrong direction. So I want you to look at is that the next step after he plants, that directional step. The first receiver, the one we're looking at here, he plants it in maybe the not the most optimal position. So he plants it across his body, and that's going to force that plant foot to wrap all the way around, and that's going to result in this wide receiver to have a curvilinear, more of an angular run, as opposed to more efficient straight run. Now the second wide receiver that we're looking at, he plants, and his directional step is very efficient. It's going to it allows him to clear his hips in a much more sprinter, runner-like form. And that is going to, as you see his run, you'll notice his run is much straighter, much sharper, and that's going to allow him to have that good quality separation. First wide receiver, curvilinear, doesn't have the best separation as a result, and the second wide receiver does a better job with that following step. As a result, gets better separation, gives him a better chance of making the play. And that's the sharp cut.